You already know what it is. You are now tuning in to Damaged Goods. Hey, make sure you tap that follow. Oh, yeah. Make sure you subscribe, like, share. We're going to keep getting bigger and bigger. Damaged Goods, but you know I still got the value. Did it by myself, I made my name without you. Yeah, I got a game on lockdown, ayy. See me when I'm chilling at the top now, ayy. I'ma tell my story. I don't give a fuck, you can watch out. Mind over matter, I'm telling the truth. Been through the worst, I got nothing to lose. Talking to me, better watch what you say. I am the one who don't play with no games. Velocity, property of my own shame. Militant minded and sick in the brain. Truly right now, I don't need to explain. Maki on fire, now you know my name. Hey, yo, damaged goods, okay, wait, damaged goods, okay, wait, okay, damaged goods, but you know I still got the value. Did it by myself, I made my name without you. And I got a game on lockdown, see me chillin' at the fucking talk now, I'ma tell my story. I don't give a fuck, you can watch now. Damaged goods, but you know I still got the value. Did it by myself, I made my name without you, And I got a game on lockdown, ayy. See me when I'm chillin' at the top now, ayy. I'ma tell my story. I don't give a fuck, you can watch now. Yeah, hey, 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 what, hey, gang, yo, you already know what the fuck going on. Damaged goods, damaged goods with no motherfucking regrets.
Intro just stopped now. All right, hold on. Let me turn the camera on. What up? How y'all doing? I look like shit, but this is what life is like when your old man is in jail. So it's jammy jams all day, every day, motherfuckers. How y'all doing? We got the man behind bars himself on the phone. So,
yeah, man. What's happening with it?
Yeah, what up? How y'all doing? Anybody want anything they want to ask him? Yeah, they hear you. We good. Carol said, hey, keep your head up. Free white boy. I love the free white boy. No boy, I know. Good news.
You told her what happened yesterday or no?
Nah, I started the intro as I was getting ready to start it, and then you called, so it's all good.
Yesterday, man, so yesterday we go to court, and the lawyer the whole time he's telling me and Noel.
What up, dude?
He's like, man, Monday, Matt should go home, blah 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 blah. And then the motherfucker comes to see me in the jail, and I'm telling him like what game plan. He's saying what his route, how he wants to handle it, and I'm not mad about his route, but I'm like, look, do it like this too, so you have two options. You know what I'm saying? He's like, we're gonna time serve you. You go home, and I'm like, well, get him to reinstate me back on probation, so you have both avenues to go through. So he's just like, yeah. And fucking this motherfucker, man.
He was not prepared.
He's like, I get up in there, and I'm thinking I'm going home yesterday. He's like, state wants 60 days, and revoke fucking probation. And I'm like, man, what kind of shit is that? I'm like, if you don't get your bitch ass up and go over there and talk to the prosecutor right now, Noel got footage of it. Maybe you should show him.
Not until you're out. I can't play any of the videos from court until you're out of there because that could be held against you. I did, however, used a very unflattering picture of your I'm a fucking rip your throat out face as your thumbnail. So.
Yeah. Snapping on, dude. I'm like, bro, go talk to the fucking prosecutor. What are you doing? So mind you, I get time served on the drive-in. That's over and done with. So now I'm doing my violation of probation. The dude, if I'm 60 days, you only got to do 10 more days. I'm like, motherfucker, you did 10 days. How about that? Put down your pipe and smoke it. And he don't even add his days up right. It ain't no 10 days. I got to do like 20 more days. So I'm like, get your bitch ass up and go talk to the prosecutor, man, and get my reinstatement because the probation officer said she wants to get on probation. This is crazy. So this motherfucker goes over there and talks to him, and how am I in court for a probation hearing, but they don't have my probation officer's recommendation? So he comes back, he's like, okay, they don't have the probation officer's recommendation. I'm like, man, this is crazy. So I'm like, well, how long will that take to get? He's like, 30 days. I'm like, bro, 30 days, I'll be out by then. So I was like forced to take this fucking puss-ass deal.
Without Matt realizing it. And now we had talked about this, 2 weeks ago, babe? That I found out, like, I logged into the court website, the public knowledge, like I didn't hack into no shit or nothing like that. Detective in here was good. And the probation officer had filled out and submitted her request to reinstate probation on September 9th, and he was taken in on September 7th. So they fucking lied. The prosecution, the state was trying to keep him till the end of November, till just about next year. And we were able to get him down to 23 more days, but it will end up being 20 days after they count the 3 days he did last year when they took him in. But I said to the lawyer, that's bullshit. And then I reminded Matt later on, I'm like, you didn't tell that lawyer, did you? I'm like, how the fuck is it that I have the letter from the probation officer, his probation letter asking to put him back on probation? How do I have that saved in his drive, in our drive, the files, but the court don't have it because they fucking didn't want to. They forced him to sign a deal to do more time. It was
I asked
a long time.
In open court. I'm like, I'm like, sir, the state's like, oh, are you happy with your lawyer, this and that? You have any questions? I'm like, yeah, I got questions. How the hell am I on a probationary hearing right now, and y'all don't have my probation officer's thoughts, opinions, and recommendations? He's like, oh, well, we could get the information for you. You have to come back in 30 days. I'm like, man, I could throw a book at this dude's head right now. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. What you gonna do? Take it or don't take it. Let's take a deal. I mean, if I don't take the deal, I got to come back in 30 days. If I take the deal, I'm out in 20. So what the fuck would be the point of fighting it? It's just, man, I could have slapped the dog shit out that lawyer yesterday. I don't know why you don't show the footage.
Because until you come out, when you come out, I can show it. I'm not going to do anything to cause more time or shit because I don't want to have to go in there and get arrested. And I almost did because I snapped and I'm like, I'm going to be put in fucking contempt. So I have to remember, like, I'm no good to my husband if I end up getting taken in myself. But yeah, no, you're right, Kat. They completely did it dirty. They had the paperwork. They just conveniently didn't bring it with them to court, which means they couldn't present it to the judge. But if you ever look,
I know the system, man. I know the system. When he comes to see me, he's like, well, I'm like, listen, bro, get me a bond, bro. I'm in here for fucking driving at work, dude.
Yes,
get me a bond. This fucking pussy-ass Whitman Act shit. He's like, well, I'm thinking about revoking term, and you'll be done. And I'm like, well, I'm thinking that's a good idea. I'm like, but how about we have two ways? I said, how about we have two ways to handle it, sir? Mm-hmm. So when I go to court, if you can't revoke it, then reinstate me or get me a bond. I gave him two ways versus one, so we had three options. And you got three different fucking ways to go about getting me out on the most pussiest shit in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like embarrassing. Like, at least let me be in here for something gangster. This is like sad. But the motherfucker, you know, he fucks that shit up. He just, man, the dude is like, just took the money. I owe him money too. Good luck getting that motherfucker. You ain't getting a goddamn cent for me because you didn't have nothing prepared, bro. He's talking about to the well. Oh, Matt's really mad right now. He's pretty frustrated. I tried my hardest though. Fuck you, dude.
I said, you don't mind if I go and give you a review on YouTube, do you? And he's like, no, I would love that. Well, wait till you're ready for your fucking review, motherfucker. So when he's saying, like, well, it's really, you know, it's not that bad. He's just frustrated because he's he's in jail and he was supposed to come home. He's like, but he has to understand it's better than, the 90 they were trying to put on him. And I started to talk and got angry and I cried and I was like, you know what? I'm like, bleh, and I just let him have it. And he's like, oh shit, now I understand why you are not very happy about the situation. I'm like, no, that's why he ain't happy. He's like, so he's really concerned about, home and being there to work and take care of y'all and stuff like that. I'm like, well, yeah, the fuck do you think? Like, of course, that, and you just fucking sat there and said that you were going to get him out and you weren't even prepared. Like, he should have had a plan B. Okay, well, how about instead of 23 more days, we put him back on probation because that's what his probation officer was requesting. Yeah, that would have been a great idea, but he was so headstrong thinking he was going to get his way. Like, it's not always your way, dude. Like, nobody's that good. Like, nobody is that good. Men think it because we lie to them, but they ain't all that good.
This motherfucker's talking about, I promise you, I'm gonna get Matt out on Monday. Come here to see me. He's like, I'm getting you out Monday. Like, he's on some real reassurance shit. And like this, you didn't have nothing going on to back none of that up. So that's why he knew I was mad as fuck. And then I'm like, dude, look, bro. Okay, look, 60 days. All right. Go tell the state. Like, I gotta tell him he keeps going from me to the state, from me to the state. I have to tell him what to say. I'm like, dude, go ask the state if I can serve the rest of the time on weekends. Because they let you do weekends here. He's like, no, they're not going to go for it. They're not going to go for it. No. I'm like, dude, get your bitch ass over there and tell them to reinstate me. He's like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go talk to him. I'm like, the ticker's timing, bro. Go over there and watch. Talk to him. He fucking comes back with his red face. Like he drank 900 beers. He's all red. I'm like, man, if you don't get your puffy red face up out of here and go talk to the state, man, I'm just like running out of options. Like, I'm just like, we'll go tell him this. And he fucking puts his head down like a little kid, mumbles back over. It's fucking dude is fucking.
He was scared. I heard Matt, because at first he started talking and he was like, everybody outside the courtroom could have heard him when he first said like the first two words. And I'm like, son of a bitch, because two of the court officers come in, they're like one on each side of him. And then I'm like, please calm down, Matthew, please calm down. And then he got quiet and like did what he had to do. But no, this bitch really needed to like. I
told that lady, I'm like, the bailiff's like, calm down. Or we're going to escort you out. I'm like, lady, shut up. It's my life. It's my life. It ain't yours. And she's just like, shut up. The fuck could she say that? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, though, man. I ain't going to harp on it. It's 20 days. I got 20 days, man. Left to do. It wasn't expected, but it is what it is, man. No probation when I get out. It's just stupid, man. It's just like, it's just fucking lawyers are part of the puzzle, man. And them motherfuckers are just a pot game. And I never had a lawyer that promised and everything else. I actually believe them because it's not like I'm in here on anything. I'm in here for driving a vehicle without a license. Whoopsie fucking shit. While on probation. But whatever, man. I'll get out and I don't have to be on that shit or have that probation shit over my head. Any of that shit. Which is like, it is what it is. So many fucking idiots from YouTube tried to get me violated by calling the probation officer. Such morons. You guys made it easier for me. Because I like got to not any supporters, but the haters. Like you're so clueless of how to like what to say, and you sound so ridiculous, and you're lying. You're like telling the probation officer I'm doing fentanyl and driving drunk on days that I was taking a piss test. Like it's the funniest shit in the world. Like straight morons. But by doing that, I fucking was able to get a relationship with her, and she was cool like that, but.
Yeah, his PO and I were like really close too. She would call me and be like, "Okay, you want to hear about this one?" And I'm like, "All right, let's hear it." And she'd
be laughing at these people. So
she didn't even call him. She'd go over him and come, and she'd be like, "So here's the new report." I'm just like, "Oh dear Lord!" Like I should have wrote them all down and we could have done a live on that afterwards.
At one point, she's like, "Hey, listen, if someone calls me about YouTube, I don't even answer the phone anymore." Like it was like comical. But I would go live and be like, man, you guys are, you're almost violating me, man. I don't know what to do now, but it is what it is. It's,
So somebody who actually knows what they're talking about.
You have 1
Ah.
minute remaining.
I love you. When they kick it, just call back, babe. But they said they charge you every day you stay in jail. They charge me more than you would pay for a 4-star hotel. So just on average, since I don't know what state that lady or person was residing in when they were taking in, how much do they charge you?
It's like if you're incarcerated and you're sitting in jail, you don't bond out. It's like $300 per inmate that the county gets. So there's like
they get paid by the state. But what do they charge you, baby? What do we have to? What do you have to pay? Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's county. You're not in state.
Motherfucking thing.
But they do charge you, or at least
not
they
me.
no.
I'm negative like $100, but it's because I bounce around that shit.
We do what we do. We make it work. We make it work. Restitution, okay. Just start a third-party account and get you commissary that way. I mean, there's always a plan B.
Thank you for using GTL.
I hate that. He'll be back. So, yeah. I felt like complete shit because yesterday, I'm excited. I get all dressed up. I'm excited to be there and whatnot, right? And he's excited. So, we had completely 100% planned on him being released. So, of course, what you do is whatever you have left over, if it's worth, anything, you just give it to your roommate. So, he came off a couple things that he had because he had no need for it, right, to bring home. And he literally didn't get an order put in for canteen from me because there was no need. He was coming home. He wasn't going to be there when it was delivered. And so now he's sitting. I had to use the last bit of money to order him something. And that's it. So, income-wise, we're kind of fucked, but, shit happens. And other than that, it is what it is. He was, when he walked out into the courtroom, he gave me a look. And I knew right when I got that look, it wasn't good because he just looked pissed. And I knew he saw the lawyer before he saw me. And I went from happy to like
this telephone call
and
may
ready
be
to call
monitored or recorded.
everybody and scream
If
because
you
I was
are an
like
attorney and
getting ready to
trying
call
to
everyone. Like I wanted
please
to
hang up
call
and call the Corrections
and
Services
find out
Division
what I had to
at
do to go around it, but there was no
228
time because I had to be, and I was in court, right? I had to be there.
Thank you for using
And
GTL.
yeah, so that's that. Yeah.
All right, you want to hear some funny shit now?
Yeah, I was just telling them like how it went until I saw your like I'm pissed as fuck face when you walked in because I was like, babe, I got so excited that I was like, baby, and then I'm like, fuck, I'm in court, I can't be yelling. And then he looks at me and I was just like, oh no, that look is not a good look. I knew that that there was going to be an issue. I didn't know they were going to keep him. I just thought it was going to be like extra fucked probation, like hard or something. So yeah, tell us something.
So check this. I'm proud about this one. So my bunkie, he's a fucking black dude, and I don't know, man. The dude ain't never been in jail before. I don't know how his accent. Yeah, he just does a lot of dumb shit. The motherfucker kept shitting, man. He kept farting. I'm like, bro, me and my other bunkie, I'm like, sit your ass on the toilet, bro, and fart over there or something, bro. Wait till we get out the room, bro. Like, don't wait till we lock in. So the dude is talking about, hey, listen, I'm on my bunk, I'm laying down, I can fart. I'm like, don't worry about it. Fucking with the right one. So what I did is, I told my other bunkie Cody, I'm like, listen, bro, go sleep on my boat just for tonight. Let me get the bottom bunk. He's like, why? I'm like, I'm gonna solve the problem, bro. And he's like, all right. So he swaps with me. So fucking, I'm on the bottom. The issue is on the top bunk. So I fucking pull my fucking pants down and fucking, I aim my butt cheeks right at the crack of the wall where the top bunk is and just rip ass repeatedly all fucking night. This motherfucker, about 5:30 in the morning, jumps off the top bunk. I thought he wanted to scrap. Hell no. He went to the wall and hit the button. He's like, I got a medical. Oh, this is funny. Because I got a medical emergency. He went to fucking the fucking scene of the nurse. Like, what the hell?
You gassed him out?
I sent his ass to medical. I was shitting on him all that. They served beans that night too. I said, bro, you still want to play these games? I said, I got more in the tank. He's like, no, I'm done. He's like, I'm done. I won't ever do it again. Man, I aired him out. I sent him to medical. Fucked around and found out. That shit's funny as hell. That's how I'm entertaining myself in this motherfucker. It's 107 Bug TV. This shit is fucking.
You're entertaining yourself by farting?
Man, I sent the dude to medical for my butt cheeks, man. I told him to stop farting, bro. Like, stop farting.
Now, let me just tell you, like.
He goes, no, he was like, nah, I'm on my bunk laying down so I can fart. I'm like, all right, don't worry about it. So I traded I'm on the boat on the floor. My other bunkie is on the bottom bunk. So I traded spots with him for the night. And I would perk my butt cheeks up there there's like a 2-inch little gap between the top bunk and the wall. And I'd perk my butt cheeks up there and just rip ass. And he'd be like, come on, dog, what the fuck? I'd be like, bro, I'm laying down, bro. Isn't that what you say? Isn't that what you do? He's like, bro, this is fucked up, dog. And he weighs about 120 pounds. It's not like he can whoop me. So sometimes you just gotta, sometimes you just gotta lead by example. Send his ass to medical. It is what it is. But the meat and potatoes is, the problem's fixed. Man, motherfuckers so bored in here, they're breaking fucking fire sprinklers. You know about that one?
Not yet. Someone said you should have, where'd it go? Slapped the crap out of him, but you would have got
that was coming. I said the medical. It's over with. He was like, listen, I swear to God, on everything I love, you know what they sent him back with? A fucking mask, like ones for COVID. They said, this bitch hit the fucking button, said, I got a medical emergency. And they sent him to fucking medical. He comes back with one of them fucking lame ass blue masks. Then I was cracking up. Oh my God. What was it said? Oh, the dude with the fucking sprinkler. I don't know what the fuck that guy did. He just decided to.
Yeah, I show up for visitation, okay, because I'm there religiously every week as much as I can be. And I'm like, okay, he needs to be put on this phone because that one's broken. They're like, what pod is he in? Where's he at? And I told them, and they were like, yeah, so there's no visitation tonight. And I was like, what? And they were like, so somebody got really mad and they started ripping sprinkler heads off of the ceiling and they flooded out the whole dorm. And I was like, I need you to do me a favor real quick. Can you look and see if Matthew got in trouble? Because he gonna be pissed that he is gonna miss visitation tonight. I said, so if he beat the brakes out of someone, I need to know now. And they were like, no, he's okay. He's okay.
The whole quad was flooded.
Yeah.
That shit, man.
So y'all see 3 comments from 3 different channels. It's because my StreamYards is connected to my channel, Matt's channel, and the shared channel. So whenever I type, all 3 of us comment the same shit. That's why you see 3 of each. So, but I got to keep his channel, his people knowing what's going on. And, I got to keep everything relevant. So everybody's up to date. Anybody want to ask him anything? Keep talking, babies.
Nah, still got my job, man. I talked to my boss yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went over there.
Phone, so that's just straight. That was kind of comforting because I want to get back to work, but they were like, damn, they're talking about, man, doing some fucking advocacy group for me to get me out, but that's just dead because I'm sentenced now. But
yeah,
that's how bad they want me to go back to work, and so that's cool. It just sucks, man, because I ain't there and shit. We got bills, man. Like, I ain't making no money in here. You know what I'm saying? Shit sucks. It was an unexpected mess right yesterday. Fucking Stupid ass lawyer. I could have spit in his face, man.
So
I really could have, man.
I texted his boss that's directly over him and told him, and he's like, so the main boss, the owner of the company, would like to have a couple words with you. And I'm just like, okay, no problem. Yeah, I'm gonna head that way now. So I went and I walk in and I sit down. I'm like talking to his boss. I'm like, so the owner of the company, like, he's okay. Like, I'm not going to walk out with my head ripped off. And he's like, no. And he laughed. He's like, he's really fine. This man is one of the kindest, most caring, genuine people I've ever met. And like down to earth for the owner of this company. He's a really great dude. And he'd already been working on plans. Like, I need to know what I can do to help expedite this process. He's like, I need Matt back at work. He does not need to be in there. He needs to be home. He's like, so I've been working on different ideas for strategies, and he starts throwing these different ideas at me. And I'm like, so you've never been in trouble? And he's like, no, not at all, not a day in my life. And I was like, okay, well, I'm like, I can, research into a couple of your ideas, but like, it's, he signed the paper to accept the deal. There's not much I can do.
Smart man.
But he's
amazing. He made $1 million. He made $1 million by himself when he was 21, and then he retired like 10 years ago and got bored, and he runs that place because out of boredom. That motherfucker, I seen him think of something before. I was in a meeting with him. I seen him think of something with his mind, architect it, and literally patent it all in like about a month. And the shit that he thought of is like some unthinkable ass shit. Like his brain is like advanced. Like, he can think of something and like, it's crazy. He's smart. So whatever he gave you, babe, whatever he researched, you need to follow up on that because he's trying to help you over here.
Someone says, well, okay, so I have Joanne. I want to say I love you, Matt. We all love you. PETA, he doesn't love you or anything, but he misses you. We all miss you. Sweet Irish girl misses you.
What up, Irish girl? Miss Joanne. What's happening? All my members, man. What's happening? Look, if I can, when I get out, man, we go live and we have some laughs, and we always do. Yeah. This shit was unexpected. It is what it is, man. 20 days. I've done it before. It ain't nothing really, but it just sucks. Yesterday sucked because I was pretty like.
We were both pissed. We were both pissed. Like the phone call we had, it was like we were yelling at each other, and we weren't yelling at each other, but we were just bitchy. Oh my God, September Virgo, thank you so much, man. That's awesome. Thank you. You're gonna make me cry. Thank you for that. Yeah.
Shout out to September. Been around a long time too, but yeah. So 20 days, man, get out of here, and I guess it's free. And it's crazy, man. I listen. I ain't been in jail in a long time. I mean, I got arrested for this charge last year.
8 years, I kept him out of jail.
I found it out. This is like the only. I've been to prison a few times, and I've been in jail a bunch of times, but I never fucking been to jail before for some shit that I'm not even sorry about. Like,
what is the most petty, minor, pathetic, stupid reason you ever been arrested and did time for?
This one.
Thank you. That's what I said. Out of everything he ever did, and like this is like the most ridiculous thing we ever fucking had to do.
Yeah, like I've been fucking went to prison for beating up a cop. I was kind of sorry about that. I mean, I didn't like went to jail that day, but then I fucking selling all types of drugs and shit. Like I'm supposed to go to prison for that. Like, I could have hurt somebody, and I probably got a lot of people that did this shit. If you really think about it, I've been in jail for beating people up, this and that, violent things, this and that. Like, I'm supposed to be in jail for that, but driving to work, suck my fucking thing. Come on, man. I could spit the cuffs thing.
Tell them, because I know you're gonna try and get the body cam, and whatever else, but tell them about 100%. The conversation, because the cop actually genuinely did not want to arrest him. And now I didn't know that when I spoke to him, because I tried to convince him to take me to jail instead of my husband. And I really thought like maybe I had a chance, because I'm the one that broke the law. I gave him the keys. I was like, it's almost like I was given selling drugs.
Well, listen,
it was illegal. I knew what I was doing. Yeah, so tell him what you said.
I'm driving on this road. I've been live before walking on this road, I believe. If y'all know it, you probably just don't remember it. So it's early in the morning. I jump in the car and I hit it. And I'm like, literally, I can throw a rock to my house from where I got arrested at. I can throw a rock and hit the house. So I drive past the park, across the street from our house. I bust a left and go down this road that's like an eighth of a mile long, and I make a right, okay? And I go down to that stop sign, okay? And the police get behind me and hit the lights. Me and Noel have the same vehicle for
2017.
I don't know, 2016.
16.
It's we've had it for like 6 years or something like that. We've had the same vehicle. I've never once, or Noel, been pulled over for a legal tint ever. And it makes matters worse. I had the driver window down and I had the passenger window down. So how dark is my tint looking, really, bro? No, you're lying, bro. And it's early in the morning. I got the morning dew all over the windshield and the back thing. I gotta put the fucking the thing on. What do you call it?
The defrost.
Whatever the thing is. To get
The defrost.
I gotta put that shit on. The windows.
Character matters. So what's up?
So how the fuck are you yanking me right now for a legal tint? And I don't, man, I'm not 16 years old trying to ride around with a legal tint. I got tint on the car, but it's completely illegal, you dumb motherfucker. So he pulls me over, and I'm like, remember, I could throw a rock and hit my house. I swear to God, I'm gonna get the body cam and let y'all watch this. So I'm like, bro, he pulls me. I see lights in the rear view. I'm like, fuck, my heart like dropped. I'm on probation, and I'm on probation for failure to blow. From a DUI, from a fake ass DUI, and they hit me with all those charges that I beat, but I copped out to this little charge, failure to blow. I'm not supposed to be driving. I just seen my PO a week before that in person.
You have 1 minute remaining.
I hate that fucking thing. She's like, Matt, you're almost off this. Don't do nothing stupid. Well, I kept thinking about that when I got pulled over. I see the red. I'm like, listen, bro, don't take me. I said, he goes, license and registration. I said, listen, sir. My license is bad, but I'm on probation, man. I said, let me just go ahead, turn the car off, man. Walk home, let my old lady come get the car. I live on X Street, which is right there. You don't have to look it up because he passed it, pulling me over. I'm like, bro, I live right there, bro. He's like, let me call it in. I'm like, call it in? I'm like, bro, I live right there.
Jody, I'll tell you what's up after. Jody's in here.
Wyatt Earp calls it in, and I'm like, bro, you're a fucking. When I got a squad car, I said, hey, bro, fuck you. I said, fuck you and fuck your family, because that's what you're doing to me right now. But when I knew I was going to jail, I told him that. I said, fuck your family.
Call back, babe.
I hope so.
If ain't no one waiting, call back.
GTL.
I fucking hate it. Yeah, he was like trying to reason with them and everything, you know, and like just explain like my wife is really sick. She would have driven me if she could, but I was like literally just not okay. And they saw it, and that was the most fucked up part, because like I saw the look, like I think they almost felt bad when they saw me. I like literally still had puke like on my shirt because I threw up on my way out to go get the fucking car. And I was just like, man, like this is just not okay. I'm like, you guys already took them. I'm like, so there's not even a way to change it. But when I got the call, like everybody here knows, you know, but Jody was asking, so I was like literally sitting on the floor puking in the toilet, right? So I was fixing to go jump in the shower or crawl into the shower, and I hear his ringtone, and I just literally my heart dropped, because he wouldn't have called. He was gonna call when he got to work, but he wouldn't have called that quickly. And so I was like, baby, okay, what's the matter? And it was another man's voice, and I just started freaking. I was crying, and I was just like, where's my husband? And he's like, he's okay. I'm like, no, where is my husband? And he said he's in the back of my patrol car. So I was like hysterical crying. I'm like, it was my fault. Like, I'm sick. You know, I was really, really sick, and I couldn't drive him. I'm like, just take me, arrest me. because, you know, we couldn't afford to call an Uber or anything, and I wouldn't have made it to his job because it would have taken over 2 hours round trip to get him there and back home again. So I was like, you know, we couldn't afford it. And I was like, we're negative in the bank. So I don't know if I told you guys that part, but yeah, we were overdrawn, and on the day they took him in, and so he had no choice. He had to go. And I gave him the keys. So I was just like, you know, just take me in. It's my fault. I should be the one going to jail because I gave him the keys to the car. He wouldn't have been able to drive if it wasn't for me. And he was like, ma'am, I can't do that. I'm like, no, you don't understand. You can. It's not his fault. It's my fault. Take me to jail. It's like, please don't arrest my husband. And so they're like, listen, your husband said that you were sick. And so I was calling to confirm. And he's like, since you already told me, you know, that you were sick, so your stories are matching up. I'm like, that story is the truth. He's like, I'm not going to tow your car, so you got to get here to get, you know, your car. You have X amount of minutes. I don't remember what he said, but he's like, as long as you can get here in that time frame, you know, we can let you just take the car home and not impound it. Well, I don't think they believed I was sick until I got there. But so yeah, it really sucked. And so with all the bullshit from all the fucking dumb douchebags that are trying to fucking cause trouble, you know, through YouTube, thinking that they're fucking gonna hem us up on all kinds of shit, they helped us. And then we had, I guess, I mean, like, we didn't even realize people, like, probably didn't even like us. We're solid. They, like, just because you don't like me or my husband or both of us doesn't mean that, like, you're okay with them lying. And so they stood up and they called and they were like, listen, this idiot's lying. It's not true, blah, blah, blah. And there were so many conflicting stories that they literally, I had to get interrogated and stuff twice. But there were so many conflicting stories that, like, they couldn't do anything really because they had no real way to fucking prove anything was true. So I sent them all the fucking proof they needed. And I had everything cleared up within 2 hours the first day, and the next day it was just a couple hours, whatever. But yeah, I'm just like, take me in. I'm fucking begging to get arrested. I'm begging them, you're still going to get an arrest. What the fuck's the big deal? But no, they wanted him because he's, you know, he's the big one. He's got a long history, a criminal history. So they get, you know, they get paid good to keep him in there. And so Jody, they gave him like a fake bond, you know, like when you violate, well, not always, they don't always hold you without a bond, but sometimes they do. And Florida, they always do. So the first one was like, you're driving on a suspended, you got this for a bond. But that's like, it doesn't matter. I could take a picture of a brand new Cadillac and be like, here, Jody, this is for you. You got your own brand new Cadillac. Have fun with it. And you're just going to be like, that's shit. What do I do with this? Well, that's exactly what the fuck they did to him because it was a fake bond. And then they held him on the no bond. Everybody gets a month because of the Woodman Act here in Florida. Well, it's only in my county. The rest of the state doesn't really fucking care about that law. It's here because it happened here in this town that the situation happened to cause them to create the Woodman Act. So they hold everybody automatically on 30 days for a VOP. And then we were getting him out yesterday, so we were told, and they tried to hit him with 90 more days. And we just weren't going to let that happen. There was no fucking way. I would have probably literally been held in contempt, and that would have been bad. So we ended up getting it down with what they wanted to do, with what we convinced them to change it to, plus time served, and possibly like one other thing I'm trying to work on. We were able to get it down to like 23 days. I'm pretty sure is what he has left, and that's including time. That's including the time served. That's including the 10 days that he gained. So that's where we're at now, 23 days. So yeah, that's where we're at now with him. But you know, it just doesn't matter because everything runs out. Luck, money, everything. And the one thing that doesn't stop is the bills and everything else. And so, yeah, it's fucking shit. Like I said, the last live, whatever, my house is currently going to be on the market here. Probably Monday morning, there will be a beautiful sign in my fucking yard because I have to sell it now. I gotta do what I gotta do to help him stay positive and keep a happy, or as happy as possible, mental mind state, because I can't have him falling into the I'm in jail mindset, because that's when, especially men, I think have it a lot fucking harder than women do when they are inside. It's just I don't need him going there. And I know who he is as a person his whole life. I know his heart, I know his mind, and I know, you know, his fears, his anxieties. I know everything. And people want to say whatever they want to say about my husband, but at the end of the day, like he's actually really sensitive and he does really care. But don't tell him I said that. And so I'm trying to hold him up while he's trying to hold me up, and it's kind of hard. So yesterday was one of those days where like nothing anybody could say was right. Nothing went well. So even at the one point we talked, it was just like, why are we talking right now? Like, we need to both just not talk. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to talk. He was like in and out of sleep. He went back to the fucking jail because they transported him over at 3 a.m. to wait for court to start at 8:30 for the first hearing. And then we had the second hearing at 9. So when they transported him back to the other jail, yeah, Carol, I've been here the whole time. Matt's been YouTubing. I know who Jody is. Everyone was like, hey, dog, how you doing? You getting out? This, that, the next thing. And he had to tell like 50 or more people the story and what happened and no. And so, you know, he didn't want to tell anybody to begin with. But by the time you get through like the first like 5 to 10 people, you're ready to start like screaming, because he walked in there pissed as fuck, you know, ready to just like start smashing shit. And he got people, you know, that he likes, people he don't like in his face. Hey, how's it going? Excited, you know, trying to like, you know, wish him luck. And he's like, man, I'm here. I'm not going nowhere. I'm here. And so he just went and took a nap. And when he did call back, I had exhausted like every fucking idea and just whatever I could come up with. And I was in a pissed off mood. So we argued, but whatever. I can say that I am happy that we did have a visitation scheduled for last night, which was an accident because, like I said, on Sunday I had a scheduled visitation, but dude started throwing a fit and ripping off. No, Jody, he has no bond. He's there until October 23rd. The dude started ripping off all the fucking sprinkler heads, and he flooded the whole fucking inside and outside the dorm. So they canceled our visitation and rescheduled it for the next day. So I was like, whatever, fuck it. I'm going to see you anyway. So that had a, you know, I was pissed. He was pissed. But whatever. He was getting out. But since he didn't get out, I went to visitation, and I was kind of concerned how it was going to end up being, because I didn't even want to go anywhere, to be honest. I wanted to just stay home, and I just didn't want to go back to the jail. I was pissed. But one thing I can say is that every time I have ever gone to visitation, it has really helped me a lot. My days are better. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Nice. Whisper, you scared the mail lady. Good job, girl. Oh, Lord. You gotta start being nice, little girl, to everybody and stop making everyone throw the packages through the fucking porch. Sorry about that. I didn't realize. I see it. I'm sorry. She said she's sorry too. So yeah, visitation is literally the only day that I really look forward to. And, you know, I look forward to his phone calls. Also mail, because he mails stuff home, letters and postcards and stuff. So I usually hop down to the mailbox, excited, you know, looking forward to seeing what he wrote me this time. And there's days that I get 2 or 3 letters, or, you know, a couple postcards and a letter, whatever. I get stuff almost every day that he writes me and mails home to me. And of course it stopped. I think like I probably have another 1 or 2 coming, but he was supposed to be home. So we hadn't like written, the 2 previous nights, because he wrote things and he, kept them to give them to me in person. He wrote me a poem in there. He said it took him 15 days to write it. And then he traded the tattoo artist a soup so that he could write it in better handwriting for me. So I'm kind of excited to see it. I'll probably cry, but I cry about everything, so whatever. So between letters from jail and visitation, those are the 2 things that make an amazing difference in my life when it comes to seeing him, because I have something to look forward to, you know. I just really have something to be happy about. I'm going to see him, or I'm going to read his letters, and sometimes I get him on visitation days, and it just makes a world of difference, seeing him. It doesn't matter what goes wrong that day, because I know at the end of the night I'm going to see him. And so another thing, like, I know not everybody, you know, prays and stuff, which is cool, but we do, and we've always prayed together. So I am trying to keep him, like I said, positive and happy. And so he actually does have a clock, and you don't always have a clock that you can see in there. Usually they just make you sit there and you have no clue what time it is or what's going on. And he has a clock, and it sucks. But I didn't know that until the other day. So I was telling him in emails, like, listen, I know you can't see the time, whatever. And just want to let you know that, you know, if you decide to check the kiosk or look at your, you know, when he had a tablet, the other facility had a tablet, this one he has to use the kiosk, and they shut it down at a certain time. But I was like, just so you know, at 10 o'clock every night, I'm going to be praying, you know, for you, us, everything, you know. And so I thought maybe that might help keep him, you know, at least happy or smile, like give him something to smile about. Because like if he just happened to look at, you know, the time and see like it's 10:05ish, whatever, he would just think like, wow, no, I was like, you know, she's praying right now for us or for me. And that might make him smile or happy for a minute. And then he ended up, he was like, yeah, I have the clock, this and that. So every night, one of us, well, he always reminds me, but we always talk like email before. And he reminds me and we pray at night together still at 10 o'clock. So even though we're not together, we're still praying together. The hardest part about visitation is leaving, because this is probably going to die, just so you know. I couldn't fucking get the other charger. I don't know what the fuck it is. And this one is not working. So we're probably going to end up dying here. But he's upstairs and I'm down in like a little cubby. And I have to talk to him on like a payphone style thing with like the cord. And, you know, you get a bunch of pissed off wives and girlfriends yelling at their own men for whatever. And they try ripping that shit out. So it's all fucking staticky and it just isn't clear. So it's hard to hear. Some are better than others. The computers are all fucked up. But, you know, they said that it's a security thing, that they don't let you have in-person visitation anymore. So this is it. That's how it is. Like I'm talking to y'all, only I'm holding a phone and talking to him. But it started to like, the first time it was really upsetting to me. And then it started getting a little better because I had a hard time leaving that night. Leaving him there that night really did not sit well with me. And it still doesn't. It's still very hard to leave him there. But I know that he's there. And because he's there, I feel closer to him. So sometimes I just sit there and I don't leave right away, or I'll sit in the parking lot for a little bit before I go home. Last night was a hard one because he was supposed to be home. So I'm at visitation when I'm not supposed to be. And, you know, it's like, does the 30-second countdown. It goes for a minute. You hit the 30 though, and you're just like, okay, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Whatever you say, real quick, you're like speed racing the 30-second. Like you ever try to like do like whatever, a minute in the microwave, and then you run through the house and try to beat the microwave. Yeah, that's like kind of how it is before we have to cut off, because just like they do on the phone, they're like, thank you for calling GTL. Yeah, no, this just is like a blue screen and it says GTL in big letters, and it's like, thanks for using GTL. Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for being an inconvenience in my life. So, yeah, I stood there and I just stared at the computer, and the lady's looking at me and she's like, the screen should be off. I don't think you can see him anymore. And I was like, no, I can't. And she's like, are you okay? She's like, what's up? I was like, I guess I'm okay. I'm like, you know, I'm just kind of like imagining that he's still there. I said, I said, I don't know. I don't worry about it. It's stupid. I'm like, I'm going to leave. I ended up talking to her for a little bit because the court didn't give me any paperwork once again. I have to wait to get the paperwork. But they told me how the release is, because he knows that he's supposed to be out around 6 o'clock on that morning when they release, but it could have been earlier. So when I was talking to the officer in charge of visitation, she's like, yeah, it used to be from 3 to 5 in the morning. And then like they would let another set out at like 5 to whatever. And then she says they don't do that anymore because the inmates that would come out were harassing us, and you know, we were scared. And I'm just looking at them like, okay, I get it. A bunch of inmates coming out pissed off. You guys are going to your cars. The shift changes 5. They're 5 to 5. So 5 to 5 days, 5 to 5 nights. And so, you know, they just weren't comfortable and whatever. So they changed it to shortly after 5. So once the shifts change, the night shift goes and the day shift gets in at like 5:30 and on they will release the inmates. So I had already planned on getting there at like 5 a.m. because, well, super, super anxiety and OCD, and, he's getting out and I'm not going to be late. I'm going to be there. So I figured I'll get there at 5 anyway, and I'll park and I'll be up there waiting. And that's it. So yeah, 5:30 to 6, anytime between there, they will be releasing him. And I will be there waiting. So yeah, that's it. Really, that's all right now. I guess I wanted to explain a couple things to you, but I don't have time to do it right now, but maybe later or tomorrow. Plus, he's going to call in a couple days a week because I know y'all like to hear from him, and I like to have him be able to talk because, I am streaming on his channel as well, and he has people watching. And they sure as fuck ain't trying to watch and see me. They want to hear about him, and that's why they are here. But at the end of the day, it's nice for him to still be able to connect with them and talk, even though he's not seeing you in person-ish. But at the same time, I figured it would help him because it is something that he does enjoy a lot. He loves hanging out with y'all just like I do. And so I thought, if we could do it a couple of days a week where he calls and talks, because we did get the okay from the classification officer and everything else. Yeah, I thought that might help up his spirits, a little bit, because he could talk to you guys and he can laugh and tell little stupid, like silly stories just like he does. And, anything I can do to help him, because I need to help him. I have to help him stay strong and positive. And when he's having bad days, I have to help him get out of them as best as I can. Unfortunately, he's in there worried about, what he's going through, his emotions, and being pissed off. Thank you, long gone. And wanting to be home and missing us. But now he's worried about me too, because he's just worried. He knows there's no money. He knows it's hard. He knows how I handle things and my anxiety and my depression and all that shit. So he's literally taking it upon himself to worry about me, and then I'll be getting pep talks from him, and I'm just like, this isn't right. Like I'm supposed to be like holding you down and keeping you up and supporting you, and I'm not supposed to have to worry about you worrying about me, because that's double stress and pressure on your head that you don't need. And at the end of the day, it's we've always overcome everything. It doesn't matter. We've been through things, hard shit, hard. I don't know if anything was harder than this, but pretty fucking close, and nothing stopped it. Nothing's broke us. Nothing, our foundation is strong and we're good. So nothing's ever like caused issues. And we always, we knew from the day we got together, like nothing, there's nothing we can't do as long as we're together. We can fix anything. We can accomplish anything. I can't get him out today. I can't fix this. And that's another thing, is that I can't fix it, and I want to, and I'm supposed to. It's my fucking job to fix this. It's my job to make sure he's okay. On the 23rd of October, he'll be home. God willing, nothing happens between now and then, but yeah, 23rd. So I'm unable to help him, and I'm unable to make it better, and it's hard. It's hard, especially since I'm the reason this happened to begin with. It's hard. But whatever, man, whatever. Shit happens, and we'll get through it. We get through everything. So he's like, I'm going to continue to worry about you, because I know what you're going through. And he's like, and he's like, I love you for everything that you do. You have done everything that you possibly can, and you always do. And he's like, I know you're not stopping. He said, just because there's a sentencing, he's like, there's nothing that you can do to fix it or change it because that deal is signed, like it's set in stone. He's like, but I know you're still fucking thinking and you're driving yourself crazy. And I'm like, well, I have no choice. Like, you're my husband and you're inside of the jail. Like, I want you fucking home. And so, yeah, I am worried, and I am constantly thinking about ways to get around this and get him out, even though I know it's impossible, I guess. I feel like, I don't know, maybe I could be the one fucking person to change a fucking jail sentence. I don't know. I'm just stupid. But, yeah, he said today, actually, he was like, I have never had anybody go through any of my time, any of my incarceration with me the way you do. He's like, you keep me up. You keep, every time I have an email or a phone, you make it possible for me to continue talking to you and staying in contact. He said, you keep the canteen comments, you're taking care of me, every time there's visitation, you show up. He's like, you answer that phone every time, any email. He's like, I know when I wake up, I can count on waking up to a good morning email. Like, I know I can count on, your insomnia because I slept 2.5 hours last night. It's better than the past couple of nights because I didn't sleep the night before because I was so anxious that he was getting out yesterday. I'd been up 2 days straight, and then last night I got 2.5 hours. So I guess that was enough. I mean, who needs sleep? I don't. But yeah, he's like, you never miss a visitation. You never do anything. You never miss anything. You do everything the way, every man would want their wives to do it. And he was like, that does make it easier and it does make it better. And he said, he wished that he had me through all of the times he had been inside. And then he was like, shit, you kept me out 8 years. He's like, you might have kept me out a fucking hell of a lot longer than this had we been together. So I guess that's, it's nice to hear him say that. But actually, it's another thing is the money. I need everything. I need to find the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, or I don't know. I need to have someone drop a duffel bag or two with a couple $1 million in it, because there is absolutely no way in the world to get out of the hole I am in, or we are in right now. I had to try. I had a bank account in another state, and I closed it, and they kept it out. They keep it for 48 or to 72 hours in case a transaction or something happens, something comes in or goes out, so they don't close it. And it had been open for 7.5 years, and I didn't know it. I just found out last year that it was opened. Which was good because I needed all the money actually that I was getting. I needed it in there because he was arrested, and it cost, $30,000 between all that shit and everything else to get him the fuck home, and the lawyer and bonds and everything else, it's a lot of money and whatnot. So yeah, I needed that money. And so there's $1 and 50 cents, I think. I laughed so hard when I saw it. It was the most comical thing in my life that I'd ever seen. It's $1.50. I guess I'm not completely broke. But I started switching everything over to there because it's gonna probably take 5 months of getting paychecks and what YouTube pays before we're positive again in the bank. And I can't. Who can live 5 months working your ass off to make money and just do it to pay the bank back, right? That just doesn't work. So I transferred anything that deposits into that other account until, you know, we're able to start paying the bank back, because who the hell wants that much money? You know, I don't need that hanging over my head that I owe the bank a couple $1,000s or whatever it's going to end up being. So the house is going to be sold. The water was shut off last week. And I'm looking at my electric getting shut off soon. And I don't know how long my phone will be on. So I'm hoping the phone can stay on until at least he gets out. But so it's not easy, it's hard, you know. I'm alive. It could be worse, right? We're alive. So that's that. I'm still doing everything in the house to fix everything up. Let me see what I got here. 14% on this thing. It's fucking plugged in. It's still dying. It's alright. Whatever. I got everything, you know, going on. Unpacking at the same time. My biggest fear is the fact that it's not gonna sell before it's foreclosed on. Yeah. October 9th. If I don't pay them a certain amount of money, they are going through with foreclosure. So, yeah, I'm living the fucking dream, but I know it could be worse. There's people that are going through it worse than me right now. So, he'll be home and I'm alive. We're all alive. It's not the end of the world just yet. So, yeah. Like I said, if maybe we can just keep the phone going and I'm able to figure something out. I don't know. I stopped all the auto pays for my credit cards because, I mean, there's no reason to have them keep trying to take the money out because there's nothing there and it's just going to make me even more overdrawn. So all my credit cards have now been cut off from getting paid. And that's it. I'm just waiting to live that fucking Amish life again like I did when Hurricane Ian decided to show me that Amish life is not a life for me. I was so upset. Yeah. Just waiting for that shit to happen. Hey, Pete. I love you, Pete. How you doing, buddy? And I don't really know how long it takes once foreclosure starts for them to like really kick you the fuck out. So hopefully, I just saw someone. Where'd it go? Hopefully, you know, maybe it sells real quick. I don't know. Or if it doesn't sell, I don't fucking know. I'm scared to death. I'm scared. And I'm not usually scared. I was not scared last week when someone broke in. It was last week or the week before. My days bleed into each other, but I wasn't scared the night that I walked out of my bedroom to find out that somebody had broken into my house. I'm not scared every night when I grab my gun and I do my hourly rounds around my house to make sure that no one's out there. I'm scared because I have a son and I have pets and I'm not supposed to fucking be a failure at this point in my life. No, I've been trying. I've been trying real hard. I just fucking can't get it. I can't. And places out here don't like to hire people with records. And as a female, it's harder with a record because there's only so many things that, you know, they'll hire you out here for and not give a shit. And, well, 90% of those things I can't do. So, whatever. But, yeah. So, anyway, something good. the good thing is that I will be getting a call from him around 4:30ish after lockdown. So that's good. I look forward to that. And I look forward to getting and sending my emails back and forth to him. And I look forward to the fact that once I charge my YouTube phone, because I literally died as I was texting somebody back, here they won't hire me. They usually do. But they don't here because it's not necessarily like a Florida thing. It's a Lee County thing. It's here, this area. I picked like the strictest fucking area in the fucking world to live in. It's nice. But I'll let him know, Mark. Yeah. So those are my good things. My good things is that my son and I are making it work as best as we can, doing what we can. Dollar Tree shopping is my life, and I am not ashamed to say that because they do sell food. So yeah, it's good. So now it's just time. It's just nothing. I just gotta wait the time for him to come home. I said, all right, dude. They gave him another 30. So 30 more days until he comes home. And other than that, you know, like I said, we had that little stupid argument yesterday because we've been like really very, very, very supportive, you know, getting through everything. But because of yesterday's stress, we just had like a stupid petty argument because we were just both cranky as fuck. And it was literally just over the dumbest thing. But we'll quickly apologize because we realized how stupid we were being. We just need him to come home. His boss has, you know, he's got the job ready for him. I just have to make sure that I just can't have the house foreclosed before he gets out because I really need it sold, or else I don't know where we're going to go and what we're going to do because, you know, there's something about those green things. Paper made, it's just made out of paper, but it's the most valuable fucking piece of paper in the world. I need that to be able to put my family back in the house. So, yeah, shit fucking happens, and that's all it is. That's all it is. Who's being rude in chat? Because if they got something to say, I'll drop that fucking link, and they got all the fucking 12% to try and fucking tell me how they feel. Because, I mean, there's time, you know, and places and situations, and y'all stupid motherfuckers really need to fucking learn that certain times and places and things, y'all need to learn that you just need to shut the fuck up. And also, I try to take into consideration that I go to my mom's house for showering, yeah, and laundry. But, yeah, the one thing I do know is that not one of you will fucking come to my face and say it. So talking your shit through a computer is really fucking pussy of you. But if you are talking shit, I'll let you up until my fucking laptop dies. And we can fucking run it right here because it's not the time. And I am not a fucking happy person. So yeah, I do laundry. And then we do showers at my mama's and my daddy's. And that's it. Yeah, the house is we got broken into, but it's okay because my son was asleep for a couple hours when it happened, and I had walked out just in like it was like I usually like this is Matt's. I usually sleep in his shit, but I was just in like a comfortable little nightgown this night, and I walked out to smoke a cigarette. It was like midnight-ish. And, you know, when the doors are open and the lights and stuff that weren't on before are on. And I just like saw the room that the light was on in. And I just was like, all right, well, fuck this. And I walked over and I fucking rushed into the room, but no one was there. And that room has a motion sensor light. So If you push it, it stays on and until you turn it off. But if it like catches you, like when you walk in, it will be a 10-minute timer. So I walked in and no one was there. And then I ran. Oh, I didn't run. I just walked into my room. I grabbed my gun and I came and sat on this couch and I waited because I wanted to see how long till the motion sensor turned off. In this room, because the door on the inside was open too. So they were in the house and I was in the shower and my son was sleeping. And my dog was in my room with me with my door shut. And she growls and barks a lot, but she gets really, like, she's really extra super sensitive since Matt's been gone. She's very protective. So she's growling at everything. So I didn't pay any attention to it. But, yeah. It was a pleasant surprise, I suppose, but no one was here. But the motion sensor, the light turned off within 5 minutes, like just under like 4 minutes and 50 seconds. Like it was just about 5 minutes. So I had missed them within 5 minutes. I get you. I appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, so that's my life right now in a nutshell. I am. Let me see what you say. Let me highlight you. My daughter goes on fall break next week. You need me coming down. And I am. I would love for you to be able to come and hang out. Into slave labor, and so I would love for you to come and hang out and whatever, but I can't pay you to help me with anything, and there's too much that has to get done. So if you'd like to come and hang out, you're more than welcome to, but I'm going to politely decline your offer on helping me do all the shit that I have to do. Anyway, yeah, I'm at 8 right now, so I'm gonna get up off this shit. Yeah, I know. Don't care. Fuck him. He can't do shit. And if he's so inclined, the next time this thing is charged up, I'll drop the link if he wants to hop on panel. Because that's how I feel. Yeah, look, I'm happy to see everybody here. I love each and every one of you. I know some people get confused when they see Matt's live, but I connected, like I said, the 3 channels to my StreamYard so that, because I was like with his phone right here on something holding it up, and it was just awkward. So it's easier for me to just have everything streamed through StreamYard at the same time because I don't have to worry about looking at his phone for comments. Like it's all in my chat. So it's just easier. So I apologize to everybody who has come over thinking they were going to see him and you see my ugly mug. But, well, here I am because he's not. I will let you guys know. Maybe, I don't know. We'll figure something out. He did write you guys a postcard. But, of course, I don't have enough time to read it. And I brought all of his stuff out. And I brought all of his letters and stuff out because I was going to read a couple of them to you. But we'll do that another time when I'm charged and not rushing. I do have, like I said, the postcard for y'all. So it's right here. I'll read it maybe later or tomorrow. Later on if I can. Tomorrow if I can't get back on tonight. Let me try to do this before I get booted the fuck up off of here. Fucking hiccups. Where am I at? So, because not everybody, a lot of people say that they don't know. And I just figured I dropped my contact enough, but I don't. So I do have a lot of people that do call and check in and whatnot. But yeah, there it is again. All right, guys. Much love and respect to everybody. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out. Even if you aren't hoping to see me, I apologize, but you're here anyway. So everybody, if you want to leave me, I'll make a post. And if you guys have anything that you want me to say to him, I will definitely relay anything y'all want to him, whether it be in an email or on the community post or whatever, and I'll send it to him in an email. So yeah, and right there is it. The best thing, the most heartfelt and caring thing I think that anybody could do for anybody else is pray, because it's coming from your heart and it's time out of your life that you're spending on me and my family. So I appreciate that, and I love you for that. Yeah, so I love you guys. Thank you all so very much for stopping in and saying hi. And he'll be back. He's going to come on a couple times a week with me. So I love you, and we'll be back. Stay safe, guys.